Alright guys, so this is the Honda City. Okay, the Honda City RS Hybrid. Alright, let's bring you on the side walk here. Okay, up to this you're still familiar with, but from the rear axle onwards it's different because this here is the City Hatchback. Okay guys, so for the last decade and a half, Honda's presence in the B segment has been represented by the City Sedan and the Jazz Hatchback. This time around, they have changed it a bit. Okay, so the City nameplate is now applied to both the sedan and the hatchback, and this actually brings us back to the roots of the City, because the original Honda City from the 1980s was actually a hatchback. So making a hatchback out of the City, well, brings the car, brings the nameplate back to its roots. But well, looking at it from the side here, right, you somehow get the feeling that they designed the platform with the sedan in mind, and they made a derivative out of this one. Okay, mechanically it's the same, the dimensions, everything right from the rear axle all the way forward is identical to the sedan. The only difference is the rear overhang section. Now, powertrain options, you have the same model mix between this and the sedan. Only difference is that this one does not get the 1.5 liter V model with Honda sensing, but the rest of it, the S spec, E spec, V spec, are all available, priced from 75,000 ringgit up to 85,000 ringgit. And there's also going to be the hybrid model, but that's slated for this is the hybrid model that you see here, but they are only starting deliveries later on in 2022. To start off with, in January they will only be delivering the regular petrol models. Okay, so now let's bring you out on a walk around, and to be honest, this is my first time doing a walk around of this generation of City. I haven't had a chance to video this generation City sedan anyways, so let's get started. So this front end, you can see here, LED headlights. Okay, and this front grille piece here, it visually joins with the headlight RS badge. The Honda logo here is given a blue treatment, signifying that this is the hybrid model. And you've got the honeycomb grille pattern here. You've got this carbon fiber finish here as well, right? And this cover here also has this fang finish. So Honda has positioned the hybrid model as a performance range topping variant. Okay, hence the RS badge. Okay, now come to the side here, you can see this RS variant here comes with 16-inch alloy wheels. The petrol models, the two lower petrol models, come with 15s. Side mirror is finished in gloss black, and here you've got the Honda lane watch. Okay, excellent system. Here's another plus point: keyless entry on the passenger side. So you don't have it on the rear doors, but that's fine. This is the B segment, right? So having keyless entry, you just have one on each door. That's good enough, because what it means is that you can approach the car from either side and you can unlock the door conveniently without needing to dig the pocket for your remote. So here you can see at the back here, this one has rear discs, the RS hybrid model. Okay, now look at it from the side, right? One thing I have to say, proportionately, this city generation has a very long frontal overhang. So as a hatchback, somehow the proportions, I'm still getting used to it. I am still getting used to it. Now we come to the back here. Now from the back, I particularly like the way they designed this rear diffuser treatment. This center split here, it sort of pays tribute to Honda's past association with Formula One. And you can see there's the carbon fiber finish here as well. Okay, the tail lights, LEDs, they are standard LEDs on all variants. Okay, you've got a reverse camera here as well, and once again the Honda badge here has blue lighting, very elaborate badging here, RS EHEV. Okay, so we've got the side reflectors here. Okay, and let's just open the boot. Now here is the first touch of genius from Honda. Now, would you guys believe it that whether it's the hybrid variant or the petrol variant, the boot space is identical. Okay, 290 something liters. And so, but the difference is, however, see here, and wow, look at this, there is actually a rather big hidden compartment here as well. So we've got a tire repair kit, and in the regular the regular petrol models, this is a spare tire well. So hybrid tire repair kit, and this big compartment here, regular petrol model, spare tire well. So your luggage compartment like here, you've got this hook here built into the plastic assembly, and you've got this handle down to close the boot. Now we come to the back. So the big highlight here is that the city hybrid here has ultra seats. Okay, which and here, check this out, guys. This is the cooling vent for the hybrid battery. So please ensure you don't cover this, because this is an essential item for for the cool air of the cabin to go in and cool the hybrid battery. All right, so we've got ultra seats. That's great. Let me just open this again. Let me just keep this open. So once again, Honda masters in packaging. They have ensured that the seats fold down in a manner that gives you a perfectly flat loading floor, and there's even this flap here, to ensure that the entire floor is seamless. All right, now of course, ultra seats, so you press this down to lock it into space, and you've got this wholly tall area to load tall items. And of course, the feature here is that you see the floor is raised here. Why? Because that is where the fuel tank is mounted, and this is a Honda patent. Okay, Honda patented the design of mounting the fuel tank in the middle of the car. I don't know how they did it, but they did it. So this is the important feature to enable the installation of ultra seats, because because otherwise the fuel tank will be in this area and you cannot enable ultra seats. But with the fuel tank out of the way here, then here you have the ultra seats. Okay, brace this, pop, and drop it down, nice and secure. Okay, this is the range topping variant. Okay, to remind you, so it's a semi fabric leather upholstery. Okay, no rear armrest, but that's fine. Now here's the important thing. Let's sit and let's see what's it like to sit. Okay guys, so I'm 170 centimeters tall. Well, my hair is touching the roof a bit. The seats have good lean angle. Now thigh support is all right. So the seat cushion length goes all the way to the back of my thighs, but it doesn't really prop them up. So of course, well, see, the thing is that there's always a compromise. Okay, to enable the practicality, the flexibility of Ultra seats, they have to actually make the seat itself thinner. So when you do that, there will always be the inevitable, slight adjustment in terms of the comfort and the level of support that the seat can afford. But honestly, I'm quite impressed because this feels properly comfortable inside here. I don't feel it doesn't feel any less supportive than the seats that you typically find in this segment. I think the only rear seats that offer noticeably superior thigh support in this segment would be really the Proton Iris and the Proton Persona. Because if you go like the Yaris and all that, even without the Ultra seats function, it's thereabouts, this almost there as what you get here. And the other thing is that the leg room here, absolutely fantastic. So once again, kudos to the Honda engineers. Excellent rear, excellent interior package. So we continue the observation. Here you've got rear aircon vents. Now, rear aircon vents is standard in all variants of the city sedan, but here in the hatchback, it's only available in the hybrid model. There are two 12-volt sockets here at the back, rear seat pockets here, the door card. So this is leather, hard plastic. Okay, so overall pretty all right. Okay, and it's a door pocket here as well. Now let's go to the front. Oh, this, I just noticed this. Look at this. There's actually a red contrast highlight here at the edge of the seat. Okay, so this is fabric with, PVC at the side. That looks very, very nice. Okay, cabin. Believe it or not, this is my first time sitting in this generation of the city. So here in the middle, you've got a central touchscreen here. The central control knobs are pretty decent in terms of the tactile feel. Okay, good tactile feel overall. Okay, so there is a tray here, which I believe you can use this to park your phone. Okay, two USB ports, a 12-volt socket here, and this, I believe, is this one allows you to connect to the infotainment system. There's another tray here, two cup holders. Now, interestingly, the petrol models, which I will show you later, have a mechanical handbrake. The hybrid here has electronic parking brake. All right, and here you can see. Wait, can I start the car? Is the key inside here? Aha, yay. All right, so I won't start the car. Okay, so here in the middle. Now this box is a bit on the small side, but this tray here is great. Actually, this is very clever because this is about the right size of a smartphone. So in terms of utilization of this center space, the city here, I think the previous gen had more usable space, but this layout is still superior to that of the Toyota Vios and the Toyota Yaris. Okay, in terms of the sheer amount of things that it can swallow right here. Okay, so here, this is the center screen. Let's look at the apps. Okay, so it has the phone, Android Auto, Apple CarPlay function. All right, and what do we have here? So radio, USB, iPod, Bluetooth audio, phone, quit, apps, settings. So you can, so it's, by today's standards, this is quite a rudimentary function. But oh, look at this Honda logo. Wow, nice. Okay, and get smartphone connectivity, rear camera. Okay, so you have Honda Lane Watch here, and RDS traffic announcement. Wow, software information. You can do factory reset. Now here's the instrument cluster. So the hybrid here has an analog speedometer here. This whole thing is a screen, okay, which, let me see, how do you browse through this? Okay, so yeah, you can use this rotary knob to cycle through various info, I believe. Okay, yeah, so there you go. All right, customize display, settings, safety, seat belt. Wow, yo, got G meter, man. So interesting things to play with here. Nice. Speed and time. So you press this home button to come out to this menu, and then yeah, you can use the rotary knob to scroll through. Okay, so here's the fuel gauge here. Yeah, and so yeah, once again, screen, okay, analog cluster. At the side here, you can see this enables the Honda. This allows you to activate and deactivate the Honda sensing system, stability control, and I believe this is the alarm, acoustic vehicle alerting system. That's the alarm. All right. Okay, so a quick note about the Honda sensing system. You can see here it has lane keep assist, it has active cruise control, auto braking, no need to say lah. It also has auto high beam assist. So pretty changgih, and for a B segment car, it's good to see all these things coming in, right? To cars like the City, we have seen it in the Proton X50, we see it in the Myvi. So kudos to Honda actually, because this is still not entirely common in this segment. I mean, cars like, say for example, the closest rival of the City, which is the Vios and the Yaris, don't have ADAS yet. So the City having it, it's a great competitive advantage. And this actually brings us back to a point in time. During the time of the City GM2, which is the City of 2 generations ago, the one with the 5-speed automatic, that generation of the City has what I would say noticeable on paper superiority against the Toyota Vios. The previous Gen City to me was a bit underwhelming. This one here, it shows Honda is once again, you know, putting on the effort to try and recapture the glory that was the GM2 City, which to me, I think to date is still the best City that I've driven, and the one that really, you know, elevated Honda's brand perception where the B segment is concerned. Okay, so well, now that I'm done with this, I'm gonna see if I can check out the Petrol model.
When I switched to Pro mileage, in my case, I got 46-47% of savings for that car.
Pro mileage was the only one that gave me 5,000 extra value to cover, yet still cheaper, a lot less.
Okay, so now here we come to the V-spec, and you can see immediately there is a noticeable difference right from the front. Okay, in the City RS, now there was the LED headlights. This is still here, but this one, this trim piece here, instead of black, this is now chrome, and this cover here next to the fog lamp is also a lot less aggressive in its design. Okay, and here this part is painted. The wheels here, this is 16s, just like the RS, but of a slightly different design. Actually, basically it's the same physical design, but the one in the RS has, you know, a silver black contrast finish. So you have here in the Petrol model, keyless entry on both sides as well. You've got Honda Lane Watch here, all right, and tail lights. Once again, has the same tail light design, has the 3D effect here. Okay, let me just, ini boleh on? Boleh. So let's just show you guys with the lights on. So you've got reverse camera here for the 1.5 Petrol model, and down here the rear bumper is also of a much simpler, no frills design. They took out the the diffuser element. Let me show you the lights again. So here, okay, the same taillight design lah, LEDs, which I'm told standard across the board. Now let's open the boot, the tailgate rather. And under here, so here in the petrol model, so you have this tray underneath, and below there, that is a space saver spare tire. Okay, so so in that sense, this volume is the same as you get in the hybrid model, but the difference really is what's inside this space. So this is, once again, kudos to Honda, very, very clever interior packaging. Now we come inside, allow me to show you. Okay, so right here, this is a tray. There's no rear aircon vent here. Well, this is full leather seats here. Okay, it's the same Ultra seats lah. Once I didn't show you this earlier, but the rear seat belts, okay, is roof mounted, so you can fully retract the rear seat belts if you want to fold the seats down. And let me just show you the front. So this is the front end. Physical layout of the dashboard almost the same. So you've got the touchscreen there, all right, and 2 USB ports there, tray there. Now here, instead of the electronic parking brake, there's a handbrake here now, okay, which of course there's this space here for you to put your hands, and there's 2 slots here which you can drop your phone. Okay, here, down here, this console, this box here for you to put your things. Okay, but let me just bring you guys and sit right in the front lah, huh? So inside the V-Spec here, fully leather interior. Okay, start stop button. Let's see if we can start the electronics.
Oh, there's no key here.
Oh, kunci taken out. Okay, never mind. So here you can see the dashboard here, fully analog. Okay, here in this V-Spec model, there is no Honda sensing. You still get lane watch. You still get Honda lane watch. You still get this, but there's no Honda sensing. So it's a bit of a surprise because recently, Honda launched a sedan variant of the V-Spec of the 1.5 petrol model with Honda sensing. So they have not done so with the City Hatchback. Maybe they will later with if enough customers demand it, but right now they don't have it. So here you have it, guys. This is the new City Hatchback. This car officially replaces the Jazz in our market. So in some markets they have the Honda Jazz, some markets they have the City Hatchback. So you see, I did ask them just now in the PC, right, what was the influencing decision, all right, that made them you know, replace the Jazz with the City Hatchback? Because I mean, to me, there's no right or wrong answer. It's basically how you answer it. And they were very frank. They admitted that, you know, by bringing in the City Hybrid, City Hatchback to take over from the Jazz, it allows them to commonize the entire front section of the car, and that, you know, gives them better economies of scale when it comes to the parts of the car that is here. So the only variation now is this part of the car. And you know, compared to you have a City one side, the Jazz one side, yes, it's the same platform, but there's a greater variation in terms of parts. This one allows them to still fill the sedan segment, the hatchback segment, but with a greater degree of commonization. And when you are playing in the B segment, a cost sensitive segment, you know, every bit of savings count as you try to manage your costs, keep the price of the car down, and ensure that, you know, they can still sell the car at an affordable price profitably. Okay, so the City Hatchback, okay, this is what, if you go to book now, okay, from January 2022, they'll be delivering only the petrol model that you see here. The hybrid variant that you saw earlier, the red car, that one you have to wait a bit longer. Okay, so until my next video, thank you guys, stay safe, and I'll see you soon.